All right, so welcome to our webinar for tonight, everybody. We're in week 5 of Soul Sisters, which is pretty awesome. I'm wearing my pink for Pink Shirt Day today, which was fun. I got to go to Shaw and get the employees there buying their pink shirts. And my shirt says,
Nice.
Kindness Sticks, except that my husband last night thought that it said Kindness Stinks. I really hope that nobody else thought that. Anyways, it was great to see lots of different things about Pink Shirt Day. And really for me, working for an organization that does work for kids with helping them with healthy relationships and conflict and peer victimization, it's great to see that there's so much support out there and awareness out there. So thank you to everybody who did bring some awareness to it. And I think that's the one thing about Soul Sisters that is pretty awesome, is that we are all super supportive of one another. There is a great group of people to be a part of. And yeah, I think we represent pink in so many ways. So yay, Soul Sisters. So tonight, I'm excited because I have Soul Sister leader Margot and Liz, who are fabulous swag leaders, as well as social media, kids run, you name it. These two are involved in making sure that Soul Sisters happens and that everybody has a really great experience. And they're also pretty darn funny to be around and pretty fun to be around.
All right, then.
Nothing to live up to now.
No.
There's never a dull moment, and you tend to end up getting a stomach exercise when you're around Liz and Margot, because you usually end up laughing quite a bit. And so what I've asked them to come on tonight to chat to us about some of the apps or watches that I'm sure many of you have heard about as you're out there running, walking, pole walking, and it's kind of a conundrum. There are a lot of different apps that you can use to keep track of your distance, your pace, how many times a week you go out. There's watches. I have my Garmin and my Fitbit. And you know, it's funny, I resisted the whole app thing and the Garmin thing for a really long time. I had my trusty Timex that told me my chronological time, as well as it gave me some intervals. And last year, my Timex bit the dust, the strap broke, and it gave my husband the opportunity, the open door to say, oh, you need to get a Garmin. So Liz and Margot are going to talk about this. And let me tell you, it's been, 7 months since my birthday, and I'm still trying to figure out how to actually work my Garmin. So I know I'm going to walk away with some good tips tonight. And they're going to share with us why it might be important to use an app or a watch, what you might want it to do. And then we'll open it up for questions at the end. So which one of you lovely ladies wants to go first?
Margot.
Sure. Okay, I'll go first. So I'm going to start by talking about my Garmin, which seems to look really similar to Tracy's.
Yay!
I used to have and same as Wendy's. So you guys might know more about it than I do. I used to have a Timex interval watch as well, and eventually the battery died, and I think I saw someone else using a Garmin, and they had a discount at one of the running stores, and I jumped on the Garmin bandwagon. This is a Forerunner 25. It's an entry level, they say entry level, run, walk. You can use it for cycling, swimming as well, for beginners and intermediate runners. So it captures all of the data you need to track your pace, your distance. This one comes with a heart rate strap that you can attach. I've never actually even taken it out of the package. I figure if my heart starts beating too fast, I'll know it and I'll just slow down. It also has Bluetooth connectivity, so it syncs all the time with my smartphone right here. And it automatically, I have it set to it automatically uploads all of my data onto the smartphone. which is awesome because I can go in here and check and see, you know, how my pace is going or my distance, and it tracks everything. It compares all of my runs, so it sends me nice little messages when I've done a longer run or a faster run or a long walk, or I've got a lot of steps. It's also a watch, so I can tell time, which is nice. And it has a built-in pedometer, so it tracks all of my steps all of the time, and uploads those. And sometimes I'll look at it and I'll get home and it'll say I've done 2,000 steps, and it's like, uh-oh, I've been sitting at my desk all day, so I might go do a little bit more. So it does actually kind of get me to do a little bit more exercise when sometimes I've had a day where I haven't done much. It also tracks my sleep, and it downloads that to my phone as well. So I can see in the morning, oh, I've only had 6 hours of sleep, and a lot of that was restless sleep. So that might be a bit of a trigger for me as well to, you know, maybe get myself to bed a little bit earlier, because it's, even though I'm the only one that ever sees it, it's kind of like a reminder and someone's watching that you should do a little bit more and maybe take a little bit better care. Because this one has the Bluetooth connectivity and it downloads everything, you really sort of have to set your basic intervals and go, and it downloads everything into your phone without you having to do anything extra, which is really nice. And then the app on here, it's called Garmin Connect. It can automatically sync through to the new Strava app that a lot of us have been trying, which is a really great way to sort of connect on a social media level. Like anybody I'm friends with on Strava, I can see if they've been, you know, out swimming or running or walking, and, you know, see what kind of distances they're doing. You can upload pictures to it as well on Strava. And it's just a really kind of great way to tie all your runs, walks, cycling, everything into one place, and have it on a social media platform as well. And on Strava, there are a lot of additional segments because there's so many people on Strava. So if I go run at Elk Lake, I can compare the runs and walks that I'm doing there versus other people that have done them there, or other people I'm friends with. Or I can say, I'm not connecting to anybody, it's only for me. I don't want anybody else to see what I'm doing. So you really have an option of how much you want everybody to see with that. There are some other things with the Garmin I haven't tried yet. You can apparently set it up for live tracking. So if you want, you know, a family member to know where you are when you're out on your run, you can set that up, and then they can follow you and have some peace of mind of, you know, where you might be. And, you know, if you're overdue from your run, they have a sense of where you are. Like I said, I've never set that up, but I also always run with my phone, so I can answer calls. And then as well as downloading to your phone, it'll also download all your information to an app on your computer where you can do even more with, you know, checking maps, and, you know, you can set up your own courses. You can set challenges for yourself. Like, I'd like to do a 10K in a certain amount of time, and it'll track everything and just constantly, I mean, it would report back so much information if you wanted it, that you could spend hours every day just looking at everything it can do. But if you don't want that, it's a basic watch. You can set intervals on here for your run walk breaks. They go in 30-second intervals between 30 seconds and 10 minutes. So you have pretty good flexibility. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Love this watch. It's awesome.
So Margot, that was like awesome information. Loved it. So what has it done for you having that kind of information?
One thing it does, just with the pedometer alone, without even doing any of the runs, I will look at it and go, oh, like even today, I worked at my desk a lot today. I've only got 35, 38 steps in. So I might be way more inclined at the end of the day. I think it set a goal for me of, I think, 5,800 steps a day, that somehow it knew magically that's what I should hit. So it might get me at the end of the day when I'm short on steps, either to go out for a walk, or if I don't want to do that, I've been known, like Liz, to be like doing laps around my house or standing in front of the TV walking, or just doing something, because it's like I've actually been in the bathroom at night brushing my teeth going, I am not going to bed until I've hit 4,000 steps. So I'm standing there, you know, just getting a little bit more exercise, which, you know, looks goofy at the time, but then you see that hit 4,000, it's like, yes, I can go to bed now. So and then the sleep thing as well. When I constantly look at my sleep and see that I'm getting, 6 hours a night, it's like, it's not enough. I need to get myself to bed earlier. So, the balance between exercise and sleep, for what it reports to me. even without any of the run and interval features is great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yay. Thank you. That was great. Okay, Liz, you're up.
Hey, I don't wear a watch. I wear a Fitbit all the time. I have Runkeeper, the app, on my telephone. I really like it because you can go in and program every single workout from the Soul Sister manual in advance. So I have lots of them. Like it says week 1, week 2, week 3. So I program in all my Tuesday nights. So I know what I'm doing most of the time. Why I like it is because it tells me, you can set it up to do multiple things. You can set it up to go off every kilometer, or you can say every 10 minutes, or it's almost endless what you can tell it to do. I like the fact that I have it set to go off every kilometer. So it'll go off every kilometer. It tells me the speed I'm doing, which is great. I really like that function of it. And it stores all the information. So I get lovely little badges for, my fastest run this year, stuff like that. My only gripe with it is that I would like something to tell me when I'm halfway through to turn around and go home. Because I've done that. I've done that. I've done the whole workout and then went, shit, I got to walk 5 kilometers home. Right. So it's just that one more thing that I have to set a timer so I know it's time to turn around and go home, because I can't count my intervals on my hands. I've tried. I even carried one of those little golf things. Whoops. The golf ones that you can count how many strokes you've had. And I tried to count my intervals, but it just didn't work. So it was just like, screw it. So yes, that's my only complaint. But I do really like it. And it's really interesting to watch because you can look at the charts and you can see what the elevations were. And, if you're improving or you're not. You can actually invite friends that are using the app, the same as Margot's watch, to, champion each other, so to speak. So it is a really good one. And, like I've always sort of said to the Soul Sisters, you put it on your phone and you don't know what to do, I'm happy to, sort of walk you through a 5-minute tutorial on how to add your runs to it. Because it is pretty cool. I like it.
And it's free. To use it.
It's free.
I used it before my Garmin, and it's free, whereas my Garmin was about $170. So
right.
Free, $170. It's
yeah. But, for the same functions that Margot gets from her watch, like sleep, Tracy, we get that from our Fitbit.
Yes.
And my Fitbit actually sends me messages now at 10 o'clock telling me to go to bed.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I set it up so it says, time to go rest now. And I'm like, okay, night.
That's great. I'll have to do that with mine. And so what difference have you noticed having an app and using an app?
I like it because I notice with people with watches and like I'll say to Margot, oh Christ, how much longer? Because she can tell me on her watch how much longer we have to go. Whereas if she wasn't there, I would just keep going because I have no idea. So I'm always very happy when she talks to me because I know. I'm like, woohoo, I can stop.
I'm going to teach Liz how to program the end of her workout so it'll tell her she's done, because you can do that on Runkeeper too.
Yeah, it does. It tells me I'm done, but it doesn't tell me at the halfway mark. It should say, turn around, stupid, and go home. But it doesn't. Yeah, that's my only complaint.
Mine doesn't tell me that either, but I can tell time, so I'm good to go.
She just said I can't tell time. Yeah, thank you, dear. Love you too, honey.
And just to clarify for everybody too, you wear your phone where? I know that might be a personal question.
It's in my underwear. No, sorry, I'm kidding. It's not in my underwear. I put it in my pocket, like, because I have my little Bluetooth speaker.
Right.
I can put my phone anywhere.
Right.
Yeah. Except you're not supposed to put it in your brassiere anymore. I heard that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
That's true.
It is true, and I think that's a good. I think a personal thing. Like, you know, there's lots of, you know, this is a great overview of the app and the watch, and it's kind of, I don't like the app piece because I don't want to have my my phone on my arm, and
Right.
I don't have, like, you know, like I don't want to be always having to constantly open a pocket or open my belt or whatever it is.
Yes, but we wear our flip belts.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the flip belt, because I think that's a great it's a great piece in terms of if you are using your phone for an app.
You
Yeah.
talk, I'll go get mine.
Okay. We first found the flip belts when we went to the rock and roll run in Vancouver, the very first one. And they're just amazing. Like, they fit around your hips. It's got lots of room. It's got a little thing to clip your keys onto. It doesn't move, which I would be, you know, running along and then go all of a sudden, shit, where's my phone? And I go, oh, stupid, it's on your phone. It's in your belt. Just because you can't feel it.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a great
it.
accessory. And I think what this really I think what you and Margot have really highlighted tonight is you have options, and having an app or having a watch is great for all of the reasons that Margot and Liz have already put together. But it's also, if you are wanting to do, say, a 10K at a certain pace, it is a great way to know, okay, this is what it feels like at 7 minutes per kilometer. Oh, so if I push it a little bit, this is what it might feel like at 6 minutes and 50 seconds. And so I think an app or a watch allows you to set some goals, keep track of things, and gives you an idea of kilometers, of distance, of pace. So there's so many things you can use it for. I worked shortly at the running room, and I used to actually tell people that before you spend money on a watch, and let me tell you, you can spend between $120 to $800 probably on Garmin watches and different types, and they can do all sorts of things. But one of the things that I used to tell people is, get an app first, put it on your phone, figure out a way how to use it, and then find out what you actually want a watch to do for you. And that will help narrow it down as to what, when you're shopping for a watch or shopping for an app, you can go, okay, I want it to do kilometers, pacing, intervals, sleep, Bluetooth capabilities, so you just know what you want, and it will help you, because there's a lot of variety out there, and there's a lot of range in what you can access.
Right. And also, most of the apps are all free.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Margot, did you find your belt?
Yep. So this is my flip belt. So it just is a round tube with little individual pockets. It's also got a clip in there somewhere that you can clip your keys right onto.
Yeah.
So you don't about them falling out. And once you just slip it up over or around your waist, but I can put my phone right inside of it and not even know when I'm running. It doesn't even feel like it's there.
Yeah, because it doesn't jiggle.
Yeah, and it just stays flat to your body. I can get my phone in here. Do it every day. Anyways, if it's in that pocket, it's totally crooked and wonky now. But then you could, I mean, usually all I have in there is my phone, maybe some keys. I'd run with my dog a lot, so dog poop bags. If I'm running longer distances, you can fit snacks in there. There's so many pockets. This is the basic one. There's also one that's bigger that comes with a zipper pocket in it as well.
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are super handy, and then you don't have to worry about if whatever you're wearing, does it have pockets, doesn't it, do they zip, this, you can put everything in here. So it's awesome. I have two, so that I can, if one's in the wash, I got the other one. But yeah, super handy.
And I did buy the one that has the zipper in the front, and it's really handy because it's sewn, and you can put your passport in it and zip it up so you know where your passport is at all times.
Oh yeah, I've used mine when I go away on vacation too, for that. It's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we have a question, Margot. I don't know if you have the answer to this, is that Wendy wants to know if she can switch from her walk-run program to see the watch time on her Garmin.
I think I did that once because I was trying to figure out what time it was because I had to turn around it halfway. And I think when I had the run going, I think I just pushed the top left button on it and it popped it back out to the watch. But yeah, now when I'm looking at it, of course, because I'm not in walk run mode, I'm not sure. But I have done it before. But if you want, Wendy, I can I'll figure out exactly how to do that, and either you can come see me on Tuesday or I'll give the information to Tracy and she can post it with the blog or with the Zoom when it gets posted.
Awesome. So does anybody else have any questions for Margot and Liz? You can, I guess I need to unmute you, don't I?
Uh-oh. Here it comes.
Anybody? I've unmuted everybody if you need if you have any questions.
Hi, Tracy, it's MJ. I have a question about the Fitbit watch or the Fitbit that goes around your wrist. Does anybody have any, yes. Could you tell me about that one as well as, because I'm not familiar with that.
Sure. I have the Fitbit Charge, I believe. I don't have the heart rate monitor that goes with it. The Fitbit has a range of very simple to very complex. And what this one does is this one basically tells me, it's dead. But it tells me my steps, how many steps I've taken. It tells me my kilometers. It does my sleep. What else does it do? It does have a timer, like a stopwatch on it. It does have a watch. You can get, you can sync it with when you sync it with your phone, you can get text messages that vibrate on your wrist. I use this actually all the time when I'm in a meeting and I know I need to leave at a certain time, and you can put it on vibrate, and then I know it's like, my arm's vibrating, I need to go. So it's the one thing though that at least mine doesn't do, and I think the more advanced Fitbits do, is mine doesn't have the capability to tell me, to use it for a run and sort of tell me my pace and that type of thing. So I use this as my day-to-day watch because I like how it just tells me the sleep piece, the steps piece. I love it syncs to my phone, so it gives me a whole bunch of information on my phone that I can use. I think I don't have the same version Garmin as Margot, and so my Garmin doesn't actually it doesn't have the Bluetooth function in it. I can
have 15
information. So that's where I kind of like the Fitbit for the day-to-day. Just the version I have doesn't do what I would want it to do for my runs. Does that help, MJ?
Yes, it does. And you were right. I started with an app on my phone. I use Runtastic, the free version of Runtastic. And I like what it tells me in terms of distance, time, calories burned, pace. I like that. And I don't know whether to upgrade and buy the higher level of it, or whether, because it's inconvenient in my pocket. Sometimes it actually it turns itself off because it's in my pocket, and I like this flip belt. Or I'm just exploring options right now as to maybe I need Garmin or something else, because I've used it now for about 1.5 years and I'm ready to upgrade or make it better for me, that's all. But there's things about it that I like, and I like pace. Mm-hmm. That's just that's a number that I work from in terms of training for something like the 10K, where I have a target beyond completion. So thank you. Yes,
with the Garmin, and I think with the various apps, you can set you can set a pace that you want to try to keep up with, and it can help like get you keeping at that pace as you're running. And that's both with the Garmin and I think with, you know, Runkeeper and probably the app that you're using, you can set that up in there.
Okay.
It's just finding the time to organize it and get it set up.
Yeah, yes, that's true. Well, thank you both very much.
I have a question.
Okay, any other questions from anybody?
I have one. I have a
Uh-oh.
question.
Is that me?
Is that Maina?
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
So the run belt you say doesn't move, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Fine, it doesn't move.
Mm-mm.
Does it get sweaty?
Yeah.
I've never really noticed because it's on top of my clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they do come in different sizes. So if like my run belt might move when you wore it, but it doesn't move on me. But they do come. They come like small. I think small to extra large, the sizes, so you can get one that fits you properly.
So you wouldn't have to put your cell phone in a plastic bag first and then
Nope.
put it in there.
I don't, but I have a waterproof cell phone, and it does sometimes come out. I notice the screen is a bit sweaty.
Maina, I've never put mine in a plastic bag, and I don't have a waterproof covering for my cell phone.
That's just one thing I'd want to know. Yeah, I like the idea of that belt around your waist. I like that. I did have another question, but now I can't remember. Oh, I know. Big question. Let me just ask. What do you have to have turned on? You don't need data turned on. You don't need GPS turned on. None of that. You don't need Bluetooth. When you're out, you can turn your data off and it's working.
Mine, I think I need GPS on if I want it to track where I'm going, but if I just want it to time intervals for me on the app on the phone, you can have it all turned off.
But if you want to track where you're going, does GPS need data or Bluetooth?
No.
No. Okay.
No, because I've had my phone, my data turned off and the GPS when I was in Hawaii, and it tracked exactly where I was. And I definitely put a data block on before I went out of the country.
Okay. Perfect. That's good.
Excellent.
Yes, we were talking about our timing devices. Thanks, Margot. Thanks, Liz.
Thank you.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya.
Just fluke.
Just happened to hang out there, eh?
Just hanging out. We went for our power walk.
Nice.
We didn't time it though. That's why we didn't time it. So we thought we better go home and watch that webinar, make sure we know how to time it. For those of you that don't know us, when I say come home, we don't actually live together.
Although right now it looks like we do.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Anybody else have any other questions before we tune out for tonight?
No.
So, ladies, I want you to mark your calendars for Ironman.
Oh, good plug, Mark. I like it. Go for it.
Yeah. It's going to be the beginning weekend of June, which might make it a little interesting because that's Goddess Weekend.
That's Goddess.
And the Tea Party Run, Tanya.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
This is the only tea party we're having right here.
Yeah.
I get my tea.
You'll be there this year, Maina.
I heart Paris, the one
Awesome.
in Vegas.
So I wonder why Ironman is earlier.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not
That's
sure.
a big conflict. That's a busy weekend. Like lots of events.
Yeah. That's a lot.
I know.
All right, ladies, I'm going to sign us out here, and we can stay on after and chat if you really want to, but I'm going to end the recording. Liz and Margot, you guys are amazing, and I think that you put information on the road. It was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For doing an awesome job. Yay!
Bye.
Thank you.